BGlobal. My brother cannot wait to come here next semester, especially for that program.
Oh yeah, people have been talking about it. My architecture professor mentioned something about it in class. You know, he the one who took them 2 students to Japan and China that year.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's way more than that.
Well, tell me more. Tell me more.
Well, Prairie View A&M University is already a world-class institution, but we're also ranked high in areas of agriculture, architecture, and even nursing and engineering.
And not to mention, we play an integral part in our first-class medical center of downtown Houston, while also leading the Texas Medical Academy. And on top of that, we are champions in athletics and gifted in the arts.
We graduate entrepreneurs, educators, also political and social justice leaders. We're the next and the now. So take all of that and be global. You're getting it.
My name is Dr. Godlove von Join. I'm the Executive Director of International Programs here at Prairie View A&M University.
Hi everyone, my name is Amore Times. I am a senior political science major in the Center of International Students here at Prairie View A&M University.
My name is Ejim Sule. I am an assistant professor at the College of Nursing.
I am Imitri Matheson. I am professor of English at Prairie View A&M University.
My name is Munaid Kudus. I serve as the Dean of the College of Business at Prairie View A&M University.
The BGlobal program that we are embarking in is a program that is designed to help our students become part of a global community that can work with each other. For a long time now, those of us in the international community have been saying that the world is increasingly interconnected. Well, the pandemic just showed us exactly how interconnected we are. And with the disruption of one supply chain at one part of the world follows disruptions in other parts. And that tells us clearly that the future workforce is one that needs to work with that perspective in mind. And producing graduates that can work with people from other cultures just means that they understand how the world functions. And one effective way to produce those types of graduates is to do what we are doing here at Prairie View, which is to take the immersive approach. In other words, create internationalization in a way that taps into all the teaching, research, and service functions of the university.
The BGlobal program I feel like is so important at the university because being an HBCU, we have such a diverse population of students with various backgrounds, and emphasizing globalization on a collegiate level is so important when we're voicing or educating Black students because we come from all over. The diaspora is so diverse, and so it's so enlightening to be able to explore education from an international standpoint.
As a constituent of the country of Nigeria and the founder of Prairie View International Student Nursing Organization, I am aware of the need for intercultural and global competence in healthcare and other professions to make healthcare leaders better. Healthcare professions include but not limited to nurses, physicians, physical therapists, occupational therapists, to name just a few. Healthcare has become diversified and our clients come from different countries across the globe. Therefore, to provide intercultural, competent, and effective care to our global clients, it is imperative for our students and healthcare providers to be culturally and globally immersed.
I love to teach literature from a world perspective. So, for example, I have taught literature that comes from the Caribbean, from India, from Asia and different Asian countries, from England actually, because England too is very global. So even if I teach like British literature, I try to ensure that students gain writers, that we read writers, for example, like Nadine Gordimer, Chinua Achebe, Salman Rushdie, for example, so that they get these different and interesting perspectives and cultures.
And the College of Business teaches global issues and business across the curriculum. So there is no course, whether it's accounting, finance, information systems, management, or marketing, there's not a single course where you don't have a chapter in the textbook that deals with international economy. We also want to make sure that the students not only have intellectual knowledge and information about the global economy, but they also have an opportunity to get some experiential learning experience. And to that effect, we have 2 courses in the College of Business where the student can enroll and have the option to take an international field trip. And as a result of these 2 courses, our students have recently been to Australia for a 10-day program where they met entrepreneurs and innovators. They have been to South Africa twice, and they have been to Brazil. And this is not just the business students, because these courses are open to also students with other majors. Finally, we have a center. It's called the Center for International Business Education. And this center is more than 15 years old. And the purpose of this center was to make sure that the entire college has programs, including education programs, where international economics and international business is taught and presented. So the center works closely with the International Education Office on campus and helps our students take advantage of opportunities to travel overseas on field trips.
Global education is so important just because the world's not centered around just one country. It's not centered around America. And there's so much more to offer in a global education because the world is so diverse and vast and similar to the population of students at Prairie View. And so being able to expose that diversity from a global standpoint is really important. It's been one of the highlights of my college career is being able to learn about so many different cultures and backgrounds and people from different cultures and backgrounds and being able to work with them and being able to acknowledge the similarities that we share in experiences and some cultural differences that make everybody unique.
So take all of that and be global. You're getting it. So it's like students serving internships at embassies in Houston. They're attending international festivals for food, fashion, and film. Residence halls are promoting cultural awareness for different things and getting people excited about things from around the country.
And the globe?
The globe, exactly.
Hello everyone, my name is Ines Frazier, and I'm a senior studying agriculture and chemistry at Prairie View A&M University.
Hi, my name is Al Keaton. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Biology, as well as the interim dean for the Office of Undergraduate Studies.
I'm Dr. Tita Banks. I'm a member of the Languages and Communications Department here at Prairie View.
My name is Dejin Liu, and I'm the interim department head of Languages and Communication.
One way to engage students in the educational process in higher education is it's incumbent upon faculty to incorporate innovative ways to teach students outside the classroom. And a critical way to teach students outside the classroom are co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities are activities that are performed outside the classroom, but they're designed to supplement or reinforce classroom instruction. Now, the advantages of co-curricular activities in higher education are many. It provides students an opportunity to grow, allows students to get self-awareness, self-efficacy. They develop critical thinking skills, as well as develop intellectually.
I can attest to this as I have gone on 2 different study abroad programs, one in Switzerland and another in China. While in Switzerland, I was able to study nutrition and food security, and we were allowed to have our own research project. Through this, I have now made it my life's mission to help farmers, Black and Indigenous farmers, and build up their communities through agriculture, as my research project was related to racism in agriculture. In China, I accidentally signed up for the wrong program, but that has allowed me to integrate big data and agriculture more efficiently and allowed me to connect with more people in those fields. When it comes to BGlobal, because I have participated in 2 different international study abroad programs, I've had the support of the international program through scholarships and through mentorship on top of the honors program. And not only that, but being able to have that type of background integrate into my curriculum or integrate into the projects that I work on within the university, I've been able to elaborate on what I'd like to do in the future and create long-lasting and networking skills throughout the university and beyond.
Over 100 students from the honors program had the summer program, learning Chinese in China, and I was part of it. And it was really great for our students to open eyes to see other cultures, to understand how cultures are different, and from the, change their identity, and also, taking different perspectives about diversity and about, all the kind of, things that, politically and economically and culturally different in the world. So I think, global education is very important in our programs.
As a member of the faculty, it has given me great opportunities to share what I do in the civic organizations with my students, especially with my humanities students. In the civic organizations, I'm a member of the United Nations Association. I have served as the national chair of United Nations Association of USA, and currently I serve as an executive board member for the World Federation of United Nations Associations. This is the organization that was established in 1946 by Eleanor Roosevelt to support the mission and the purpose of the United Nations. What is very exciting about the intersection between my work with the UNA and Prairie View is that as chair, I was instrumental in starting college chapters or collegiate chapters of UNAs so that students can participate, whether it's through the Model United Nations or whether it's through attending some of our conferences, our national and global conferences. So at Prairie View, we have one of the first collegiate chapters, and our students are both from US and our international students. And of course, you know that Prairie View has a very large number of international students, and this gives them a center and a place where they can come together with American students and discuss their global experiences, their similarities, the needs of each country or all of the countries, and to see how their service work and beyond their profession and even their professions can impact globally.
There was a principal of Prairie View A&M University. His name was Dr. W.R. Banks. He's well known for having said that in the land-grant tradition, Prairie View's boundaries were the boundaries of the state. I would say today would say Prairie View's boundaries are the boundaries of the world.
Hi, my name is Nathan Mitchell, and I am a associate professor of political science.
I am Emma Joanna Thomas Smith, Provost Emerita of Prairie View A&M University. I'm also the co-chair of the Quality Enhancement Plan, BGlobal.
One of the things that really excites me about the BGlobal program is that it really contributes to the wow factor for our university. Not only will our students get to participate in a learning community and all these different activities and learn more about the world, but they'll really get to enhance their undergraduate education. As somebody who really learns by doing and experiences myself, I know that that's something that our students really value, in having practical experiences. And so that's something that really excites me, particularly the capstone project at the end. I want our students to leave with some real world skills and some experience so that they can go make their dreams come true.
It's important to us that we educate our students to be culturally competent. This quality enhancement plan is designed to speed up, to accelerate, to move the needle in terms of advancing our students' cultural competence.
Another thing that really excites me about this program is employers are looking more and more for people that are called T-shaped individuals, that are have an in-depth knowledge about their field, and that the employers want them to be able to adapt. So what BGlobal is allowing them to do, as they're learning more about the world and learning how to interact with different cultures through their classes, through their co-curricular experiences, through the learning community, that they're getting that perspective that they can adapt to any situation and not just be a contributor, but be a leader and be a performer. I want our students to be able to walk into any boardroom, office, political situation, any situation that they find themselves, and know that they have the skills to compete.
Courses are being taught with empathy for other human beings, because it's not us versus them. We're a community. We're one.
We are one. I like that. I think I'm gonna join this program now.
I like that.
I am so delighted that we're able to have this session on a subject of deep interest to me. I think the BGlobal QEP is something that realizes a lot of our goals at Prairie View, particularly our goals to make sure that our students have access to the world they live in, fully access to the world that they live in and they work in. This always takes me back to my days as a student so very long ago. When I went off to college from a small community in Houston, I had actually never been away from my area of Houston, 5th Ward. So I landed in Dillard University's freshman class, completely unexposed to anything outside of Texas. So my Spanish teacher recommended that I would really be able to pick up my proficiency in Spanish if I went to Mexico in the summer to study Spanish there. And so I got on a Greyhound bus and traveled from Houston to Saltillo, Mexico. And I lived with a Mexican family and I studied Spanish. And I have to say that that experience was one of those pinnacles of one's young life because it taught me so many things about what my future might be. First of all, it taught me that I could absorb a radically different experience, culturally and otherwise, and gain from it. Secondly, it taught me that the people that populate this earth are different in so many respects, but always offer lessons that are important for us to absorb. And so I came back from Mexico convinced that the main thing I wanted to do is continue that international experience. And so I studied French. I went to France. I got a Fulbright when I graduated from undergraduate college. I majored in French in graduate school, and I've spent my life trying to convince others that this is one of the most important things that a student of the world can do, to learn about the world, to be in the world fully. And so for us to be able to do this for our students at Prairie View is a dream come true, frankly, because I'm convinced that The primary reason I've been able to achieve what I have is because of my international outlook, because of my international experiences, and I believe it will be the same for our students.
BGlobal, broadening global learning opportunities, building academic leaders. BGlobal.